You think you could tell us what to do? You think you could tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it
down! Oh yeah, it's The Way We See It with Ralph Williams and Bill Canatta. And coming up, we're going to be, Bill will be joining me in a few moments. Right now, he's busy doing a couple of things, but will be joining me in a few moments as we are here every Monday, 7 o'clock p.m. Don't forget, please, set your calendar or your calendar on your phone for every Monday at 7 o'clock for The Way We See It with me, Ralph Williams, and Bill Canatta. All right.
Oh, you didn't know?
You didn't know?
Your ass better call
call somebody. Call your friend, call your cousin, call somebody, get them here for The Way We See It with me, Ralph Williams, and Bill Canatta. All right, tonight we're going to get started here with our Chinese wisdom. As the purse is emptied, the heart is filled. Oh, there's Bill. All right, he's back. There we are. There he is.
Hey,
Bill Canatta,
my folks. I got my dog Rocket here.
All right, there you are.
Good to be here with you guys.
Just getting ready to read off the Chinese wisdom. The purse is emptied, but the heart is filled. That is tonight's Chinese wisdom. So there you are.
For some people, and some people, that's like don't even exist.
Yeah, you got that right. All right, we have a lot to talk about tonight, everybody, and it's going to be an interesting evening. I have a personal issue that I had to deal with the Pittsburgh police this weekend, and I will tell everybody my experience with this new call-in system where the officer calls you on the phone and takes your report. I had to call in a report for trespassing in my apartment by a tenant here. Mm-hmm. So with that, I had to call the Pittsburgh police. I will talk about that later as we go along. But as I said before, right now, we're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios. That number is 724-201-0500. Call Mata today. Ask for Bill. Tell Bill Ralph Williams sent you. So that is our studio sponsor, Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. All right, Bill, how was your week? I know you spent some of it with your kids. I know you had a game or two going on and some other stuff. So how was your week?
Loved it. Busy, brother. Busy. For all
how was your hospital stay, by the way?
I was getting ready to say, for all you guys don't know, I was in the hospital for whatever strange reason. On a Tuesday night, I blacked out. I was out talking to my next door neighbor. I blacked out. The next thing I know, I'm in the ambulance. They still don't know what's going on, but I still feel exhausted. So it's kind of crazy, but it was good. They did a lot of things on me. I have to wear this like little heart monitor they got on there right there.
Oh, okay.
And they got that there. And then I was with my kids. Loved it. I'll be seeing them again in a day or so. They're gonna come on out and spend some time. They're coming out here. I went down to Corey the other day and I spent some time with them. We all went out to eat. It was a good thing, and I love spending time with my kids. There's nothing in the world I wouldn't do with them. But that we have to get on the right schedule because kids and us today, different schedule all the way around.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Always. But it was awesome.
We have plenty to talk about tonight.
How about you? How was
my week was okay. Been making phone calls about that accident I had a couple weeks back, and making phone calls today. And I'll tell you off the air. about a couple of things that happened today.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, I missed talking to you today.
yeah. So we'll excuse me. So we'll talk about that later. I don't
Yeah,
choose
no
to
problem.
you're on the
No
air.
worries. No worries. No worries at all.
So I mean, but other than that, it was a good week. I had a gig on Saturday. It was a great party. And
Gotcha.
interesting though, how apartments are getting so expensive. I checked out a new complex right next to where I was DJing at.
That's right. You were telling me.
They want for a 1-bedroom apartment now. They want $1,750.
Gosh.
That's a 1-bedroom apartment, Bill. I mean, come on. Oh my
All right.
gosh.
This is the reason why I'm all the way out here.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about some of that today, because
All
as
right.
you know, we've talked before about how the real estate people in this town don't want to put anything up because
Yeah.
of them laws that they got in the county and in the city.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to put nothing up, but the expensive people do. And in case you're not aware, your progressive Democrats are hurting you. They're hurting the fact that you can't get affordable housing because of this stupid thing. Okay. Instead of building affordable housing and looking for money for affordable housing, they're punishing the people who want to build things here. And despite the fact that the apartments are $1,000, $2,000 a month downtown, I get it. But you just don't, single people out for that stuff. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let's get started with our blast segment. All right. The guy who walked into a church and drew a gun. Shame on you for that. Some guy, North Braddock, decided to walk into a church and just point a gun right in the minister's face. I don't know what was wrong with him or whatever. And then here come to find out he had a dead body laying in his house. He killed one of his relatives before he went to the church to try to kill that pastor at that church. Shame on that guy.
What the hell?
Yeah, Washington Hospital. Shame on you.
Uh-oh.
Not doing anything to help a mentally challenged kid who has autism, and he's so bad that he can't be. They had no beds available in their mental ward, none. So they made this family stay in the ER for 5 days, Bill, and then finally over the weekend, they were able to stay at a shelter or one of those group homes down there in Washington, PA. Finally, okay, yeah. So now they finally found a bed for this kid. Supposedly there's only 10 beds in the entire state, or 10 hospitals, or 10 locations that can handle this kid. And the best one they could find was in Philly. They sent an ambulance up today to pick him up from Washington, PA, to go to Philly. Yeah,
man.
All right, now this family this mother and her child, they have to relocate down to Philly partially because this is where this kid's got to go. Now again, this woman is inconvenienced. Do you mean to tell me Washington Hospital couldn't make some kind of an arrangement for them other than to leave them sit in the ER? You mean to tell me you couldn't provide them with a bed somewhere in anywhere?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But make them sit in the ER for days.
Maybe a motel or something. Just
Yeah.
but something. Yeah. It's crazy. And then she has to relocate, like you said, and then after that, she has to get clothes and everything else.
Yeah. And that's terrible.
Hey, it's sad.
All right, the woman who killed her 6-year-old child for nothing. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, these parents are getting ridiculous, Bill, and it's getting out of control. With some of these parents, they can't handle these kids. Don't have them. Don't make them. And it's not that hard. I mean, it's really not that hard at all.
Very sad.
All right. A Queens, New York woman, get this woman, who threw a 6-year-old child out of the car with clothes at a hectic intersection in Queens, New York.
Oh my God! Oh, people!
Put the kid out on the street.
Oh my God! Oh, it's coming to an end, people. It's coming to an end. Jeez.
Number 5, the Aspenwall restaurant cited by the Allegheny County Health Department for mice infestation.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Every week, Bill, we have this problem, and guess what? We have again on the Boneheaded segment.
Yeah. Progressive Democrats. Somebody did something here. Oh
no. No. Come on.
Somebody ran into somebody's place naked.
No.
Oh, really?
Go on, take a guess.
Bonehead segment. Let's see. Somebody.
Give you a little hint here.
Me?
No, at PIA. Somebody tried to
Oh.
bring another gun in at PIA.
Oh, at the airport. Okay. Oh, you got to be. Oh my gosh. Well, there it is.
Oh.
You know what? That's going to want to have a resale.
The city of Pittsburgh for poor planning. How in the world do you have a marathon, a pirate game, and several other events going on downtown? Why would you do that?
That was a
Why
rough one. That was a rough one.
The construction company of the new UPMC Presby Hospital worksite ought to be ashamed of themselves because they let a rolling piece of steel roll down the hill in DeSoto and struck a woman and she got killed.
Oh my gosh. You ain't stopping that.
And
That get a rolling.
And here I'm blasting this construction company because they had some issues with OSHA over the last couple of years.
Oh man. That's
Now I'm
hard.
blasting UPMC for hiring this company. Now I'm blasting UPMC for hiring this company to do the new Presby Hospital.
Piece of steel. That's oh my god. You ain't stopping that until it stops.
Nope. And it rolled down DeSoto Street, struck a woman and killed her.
Man, that's steep. Oh my gosh.
You know how steep DeSoto Street can be.
That's what I'm saying. Once it gets rolling until it hits something.
Until it hits something. Well, it smacked it. It hit this woman, knocked her over, and then it rolled sideways into a car, and hit and smashed up a car. A big piece of round steel.
Oh my god! Can you imagine if that would have kept going?
Down on the Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue, down Fifth Avenue. If it made it past the parking garage, parking garage. Can you imagine if it hit the foundation of a parking garage? Anything. That's dead. Oh my lord, gee, oof.
Okay, our bonehead segment. The U.S. soldier who was stationed in South Korea went to Russia to go find a woman and got detained for stealing.
Oh.
That's a boneheaded move. Why would you go into Russia and get kidnapped? You know, how many times have we said it here on this program about all these people in Russia? Why would you even consider that? I think he had too much of that. What is it? That South Korean food, maybe, or something?
Maybe. I don't know. Going. Oh Lord, I tell you.
All right. Next, the guy who stole $250 diamond ring from a New York Tiffany company has been arrested. What a boneheaded move that was, trying to steal a $250,000 ring. A woman who tried to bring a gun through PIA over the weekend. Those of you who don't know what PIA means, that means Pittsburgh International Airport. And it's continuing. And last year we broke the record for the most guns to come through the airport. Or to try to come through the airport, more or less.
Good job, honey. Good job. Pass along.
The man in Wilkes-Barre who tried to fraud a Target store with returns.
Oh my God.
He tried to fraud a Target store. The woman who slept with her married cousin and got drunk and sick.
You do it. This is your cousin, and that's your cousin too. It's okay. We're all right. We're keeping it tightly in the family. Oh,
here we go. Florida again. Every week
somebody naked, right?
No, not this time. Florida teen facing felony charges for getting caught dumping trash cans in the ocean. He was on a boat and he got caught dumping trash cans in the ocean. I swear that ocean air is doing something to people's brain, Billy. Has to be. All right, ridiculousness. Teen refuses to go to the prom because her mom wanted her to wear recycled sister's dress. You know, this mom, that's ridiculous. This mom would do that to this girl. Why don't you just go out and get her another dress?
So
the 24-year-old Wisconsin teacher who had sex with an 11-year-old student and then continued to text after she was arrested.
Oh my gosh, 26-year-old,
24 years old teacher.
I get a headache. This is crazy shit. Oh my God.
How was school today? Oh, I got waxed by my teacher.
In the back of the coat room over here. It's okay. It was protected. We had everybody.
Would you learn in school today? Did I tell you that story about Boy Scout camp?
Yes. Yes,
the one with the porno adult movies. Kids went home. Parents said, "How was your camping trip?"
You told me they were showing them pornos. What is wrong, man? These people are sick. This shit got
Oh man, that's why now the Boy Scouts has a policy where you have to have two adults on a trip because of that. That's a prime example right there. All right,
Oh,
here's some ridiculous here. Steakhouse worker caught intentionally contaminating food with bodily fluids.
oh, oh.
Here's something ridiculous too. Couple missed a flight, took 4 hours to get through an airport. How does it take 4 hours to get through an airport? That's ridiculous.
What the hell did he do?
I don't know. It took them 4 hours. They missed their flight, took 4 hours to get through an airport.
Another one. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Off-duty Chicago police officer resigns after being caught shoplifting. Come on. Come on. Or an off-duty cop. Come on. Seriously? No, now you lose your whole career. Not that, I mean, I don't know what his career was. You know what I mean? He might have been one of them guys that maybe wasn't happy with his job and just said, you know what, do this. I'm going to go in there. You know,
I think I'm gonna go shoplift. That's okay. I got a badge and a gun. I'm all right.
yeah, exactly. So, all right, we're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios, 724-201-0500. All right, we're going to go to a break, Bill. When we come back, we're going to talk some more. We got a whole bunch more coming up, our key topics, and a whole lot more coming right
All
up.
right, I'll be right back with you guys.
All right.
Come on, you.
DJ Fun FUN is a party and special event DJ. He will DJ your party and will play any genre of music you wish. Call DJ Fun today at 412-990-8448. That number again, 412-990-8448. DJ Fun for the best party DJ and affordable prices. DJ Fun. Draft412.com is a website that provides you with all of the best information about any draft, NHL, Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, any kind of draft. 412.com has an e-magazine delivered to your inbox for $9 a month. And also they give you all the skinny and on all the athletes and also podcasts. Draft412.com. Let me talk to you today about the original Hometown Pizza in Moon Township, right on University Boulevard. They have some of the best pizza you'll ever have. 412-264-4444. Call for takeout, delivery, or eat in. Go to the original Hometown Pizza today. Mention my name, Ralph Williams, and you will get a discount on your bill. Hometown Pizza, Moon Township, some of the best of the original Hometown Pizza. Let me talk to you today about, do you drive a dirty car? Why? You need to have your car detailed and detailed by professionals at P6 Auto Detailing, New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Call today, 412-965-6578. P6 Auto Detailing. They are the professionals at detailing cars. That number again, 412-965-6578. P6 Auto Detailing in New Kensington.
All right, we're back here for the way we see it with myself, Ralph Williams, and Bill Canatta. Bill's going to be coming right back up here shortly, so he had to take care of a couple of things. And we're going to talk today about this new Pittsburgh police system tonight. Okay, I personally had to deal with this system over the weekend. All right. And I had a issue where I had a person yesterday morning who trespassed in my apartment. Okay. Part of this is my fault because I was tired from Saturday night. My wife and I had been to a party, a birthday party. Come home and you're tired. And when you're handicapped like I am, sometimes you forget a few things. And I forgot to lock my door. And what had happened was this guy just decided to walk right in my apartment and just to help himself to walk right into my apartment. And I told him to get out. and he did. He obliged. He got out. Okay. I called the police yesterday to file a report. Due to the fact that he still wasn't in the apartment, and due to the fact that I didn't have any bodily harm, the police didn't come here. They had an officer call me on the phone, and the officer took the report over the phone. I spoke to 2 officers today because I had some personal business to handle out on Warrington Avenue. And I says, I was involved with your police phone call thing yesterday. And the guy said, yeah. He says, the officer goes, we're shorthanded. You know that. And I said, yeah. There was 2 officers walking the beat today on Warrington Avenue. I said, that's nice, but there's nobody out here on Warrington Avenue in the afternoon anymore. I remember this was thriving and bustling before COVID hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. And now they said, well, we don't have enough personnel to patrol at night. I mean, I'm talking about walking the beat at night, a steady beat cop. I said, instead of putting your efforts into that during the day, why don't you do it during the night? Okay. I said, from 6 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning, my wife and I cannot sleep because we got nonsense going on outside. We have drunks out there swearing, cussing each other, fighting in the street. The bar lets out, and it really gets bad. Then you got cars beeping at people because they jaywalk, okay, and don't pay attention to the car coming up the street. And then you got, everything else going on at one time. The beer place was robbed again, which I understand the foot patrol,
Yeah.
second time in 2 months.
Didn't know that.
Right. So, Bill, I think you'll agree with me from what I have experienced with the police currently and what's going on in the conversation I had with the beat cops today about a couple things as well. I think Ed Gainey has failed with this police department. And I don't care how much you think your police chief is doing a great job. This is not a good job at all. Okay. This is not a good job, none whatsoever. And I don't feel safe. And, I feel, and this is why there are upticks in people getting gun permits. And I don't blame them. Okay. So, what's your thoughts on all this?
Well, just like you said about, the being so a skeleton crew over at that police department. And then it beefs up other places to where they think that they really need it. Everywhere you are at with the police department and things of that nature, just like you said, they were going to try to combine some of the police, and some of the other areas are going to be still skeleton.
Mon Valley community just did theirs. It's Rankin, North Braddock, and East Pittsburgh. They're going to start. They're going to start this police force sometime in the fall, and it's already put together.
You've got the guy walked in on you, but the beer distributor the second time. See,
Yes.
So they know what's going on. Now, I'm sure it's working on something behind the scenes and all that stuff, but somewhere along the line, they have to get, beefed up for that, because over there now the crime is raising up in your area.
Yeah.
So you got that. So I would hope he would be doing something to beef up that.
Well, here's what I have suggested, Bill, and I've suggested this, and we've discussed this many times. I was on the phone today with the governor's office about the housing authority, city of Pittsburgh. Seems like nobody wants to do anything about anything. So I called the governor's office today, and I was on the phone with them, and I forgot to ask them this question. Okay. I think that personally that this city needs the National Guard here. They need to get them here to help the police force until they get where they need to be. Then when they get where they need to be or what's budgeted, then we can go from there. Okay. There's no shame in that, Bill. There's no shame.
There's not. No, you're right. 100%. I agree with you. There is no shame.
I think they should come in here and clean up the city. That's what I believe they should do.
And that's what they need to do, because they know, these people know now that they can go to Warrington Avenue and have fun.
And look at what happened last night. Or I'm sorry, a few nights back. They had those people doing donuts again downtown. all
Yeah.
over the place and ran a barricade downtown. People could have been crossing the street. People could have been, you know what I mean? Cars
So
could have been,
again,
and then the
the
police show up and they still do it right in front of them. I'm like, are you freaking nuts?
that there was automatic
Holy-
right in the back of the police car. That
Yeah.
automatically. And but the thing is, though, however, they know where they are short on people. They know what's going on. And they know where they're short, and they know where to hit.
Yes.
I mean, and like you said, there's no shame in calling a National Guard outside help if they can do
I would
it.
call outside help in here immediately. I'd have them in here faster than you could shake a stick. And you know what's interesting? I think if Ed Gainey would do that, I think that might save his butt. That just might save his butt. And there'll be a lot of these progressives out here that won't like it, but that's too bad. Okay, because if the progressives have their way, everybody there'll be no jail. Everybody,
You're right.
I mean, yeah.
You're right. You're right. There would be no jail. You're right. Absolutely. This is just
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, everything what the progressives say, let it be.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
And it's causing a lot of harm.
Yeah.
Lot of. I mean,
Right.
come on.
So
Really?
I had my personal experience with the
Yeah,
phone call system with the police.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, walking into your apartment. What the hell?
Yeah, and I told him to leave, and he turned around and walked. I said, "Get the f out of my apartment." And you know what, Bill? I hate cussing, but you know what? I had to. I said, "You know what? Get the f out of my apartment
Brother,
now."
that's
And he
your home.
turned around. He turned around. He walked out. I called the police immediately. I filed a report. I gave the report. I called downtown management for the city, for the housing authority, and I told them what happened. And I says, I've told this building management here numerous times about this clown in this building, and you've totally ignored me. So I mean, now maybe this and the accident I had 2 weeks ago, maybe it'll wake some things up around here. Start getting some things waking up around here.
I would really hope so, brother.
Blowing things off, stuff like this wouldn't go on. You know what I mean?
So, man, it's getting bad over that way. I mean,
Yeah.
bad.
Well, it's not just here; it's every building they have.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Look what happened up in Brookline with that carpeting. Remember we talked about that or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah, about that carpeting. There's no
Yes.
excuse for that. Okay. All right. Okay. They come up here, they do inspections in my apartment. They say, well, your bathroom door needs fixed. I call maintenance. It's still not fixed. I waited 2 months to get a seal fixed on my toilet. 2 months to get a seal fixed on my toilet.
Oh, the commode needed fixed too.
Yeah. It needed a seal at the bottom.
Oh, okay. So it leaked.
Right. It leaked a little bit, yeah. And it needed a seal at the bottom. Finally, a private contractor shows up and says, well, this is not my problem. We just got this job from housing. And all I keep hearing is excuses about how they don't have enough help and there's this, that, and this problem and it's this, that, and it's that. You know what, Bill? I'm so
Excuse
tired of
after excuse, brother. Excuse after excuse.
John Taffer said something interesting last night, and I was watching his new episode at 10 o'clock on Bar Rescue. And the guy that he was rescuing his bar in Boca Raton, Florida, said it was because of COVID that he wasn't making any money because he opened 2 weeks before COVID shut the country down. And he was blaming COVID for it. And you want to know what Taffer said? He said BS. He said that's a long time ago. That's 4 years ago. You have plenty of time to fix your bar, and you didn't do it. I don't want to hear no more about COVID. I don't want to hear no more about this, that, or whatever. I'm tired of excuses. But our country's not tired of it because nobody does anything about anything. So there we are. Okay. But anyway, we have a lot of key topics to talk about tonight. First, we're going to talk about this UPMC construction company they hired at Presbyterian Hospital to do the new facility. Okay. Presby's expanding or building a new hospital in Oakland. And so what is going on right now is I don't know if it's shut down. I'm not sure. But about over the course of this week, a woman was hit with a steel, with rolled steel. It fell from somewhere and rolled and hit her, and hit this woman and killed her. Slammed sideways into a car going down DeSoto Street. Okay. So I blame UPMC for this, for hiring these boobs, for doing this. Okay. This company has had numerous complaints from OSHA over the last couple of years. UPMC at its best here, trying to cut costs, went out and hired some Nimwit construction company that causes an accident like this. UPMC should be hauled to the carpet for this because this is unacceptable to me, and I feel bad for the family of the woman who got crushed by that steel boulder or whatever.
Mm.
And on top of all that, now you got a lawsuit on your hands. So, and now there could be a delay in getting the hospital built. Your thoughts, Bill?
Well, somebody definitely dropped the ball wherever that crane may have been with that steel beam. There was definitely an oversight, I should say, of something that should have went and should have been taken care of before they start moving that around. Because I don't know, did it break off of the? Did it break off
the cable or something, or
there
broke
it
off
is.
they were using a crane or whatever they were using a haul on it.
So the people that are responsible for making that safety or get on that crane, somewhere along there was an oversight, and now you got a death on your hands. Now you got a lawsuit. There's going to have to definitely be a lawsuit.
Yeah.
That poor lady and her family, hey, I love you. I'll see you later on tonight. Okay. And then all of a sudden you're getting a call from, Pittsburgh saying, oh my gosh.
She was an assistant superintendent of Western Psych.
Oh my gosh. Mm-mm. And you ain't going to stop a steel beam. Once that thing snaps, it's going to stop until it hits.
Fortunately, and I'm not saying this to be ignorant or not, but fortunately, it went sideways and plowed into a car instead of going down on the Fifth Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh, what I'm saying. If that would have went down on the Fifth Avenue, it could have hit a bus, like somebody crossing the street. It could have been more damage. It could have kept rolling and went down Atwood into or Oakland Avenue into Forbes and kept on going. That's all hills up there, Bill. I mean,
besides the crew not overlooking that, maybe they overlooked it. Oh my God! Oh yeah, it's okay, but we got to get going.
Right.
Everybody's in a rush today.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they start hoisting it up. Next thing you know, there it went. The cable went, snapped. That's sad. I mean, and you do close your eyes and you think, what happens if that thing did pick up speed and keep going? Can you imagine on Fifth Avenue? That would, oh my gosh,
well, I mean, fortunately, it ended plowing into that car. That's where it ended. So I mean, unfortunately, there wasn't anybody in that car.
It could hit a foundation of a building or anything. It could. Wow.
Right.
I mean, my thoughts are deeper than that, but we'll stop there because wow, that's just a shame. And like you said, I feel so sorry for the lady's family. And then they're the one getting the phone call saying that their wife had died or their fiance had died, got hit by a steel beam. Lord, that's a lot, Ralph. That's a lot, brother.
Wow. Fourth inning, Pirates 4, Angels nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're winning again.
Yeah, they're winning again. It looks like O'Neill Cruz did some stuff here because they keep picturing him. Usually when they do that, that means he's done something. So
right.
But anyway, I want to talk about we need to reopen state hospitals. I spoke on the last segment about this kid and his mom stuck at Washington Hospital in Washington, PA
5 days.
For days at the emergency room. Then they finally found him a place at a group home. They put him in the group home, and of course, he's very mentally challenged. It's hard for him. He has autism. He was throwing chairs out the window, going out, trying to abuse the staff. So they got kicked out of that place, that group home. So now she's back at Washington Hospital at the ER. Okay. What I find hard to believe here, and I get it. You don't have any beds in the mental ward. I get it. And there's no beds anywhere around here. I get it. To handle this kid. That's what I heard. That's what was told to me. Okay. They had to go all the way to Philly to get this kid a bed. They finally got him one. Today, they were bringing an ambulance either to Washington, PA, or Washington Hospital was sending this kid in an ambulance to Philly. Okay. They found a bed for him at an institution. He was in Torrance State Hospital. My question is, what happened there? That's my first question. And my next question is, why do we only have 6 state hospitals in this entire state? Why don't we start building and or reopening old hospitals that we shut down years ago? And it started in the 80s with Dixmont. Then it worked its way to Mayview. Then it worked its way to Woodville State Hospital. They closed a whole bunch of these state hospitals down. And I told you the report that I found out, some information from a really good source that actually goes to our church, that they took the money from the sale of the state hospitals and used it to help to fund the stadiums.
Mm.
Okay. All right. I think that's appalling. I think you're playing with mental health. And this is a classic example right here of why we need to haul our governor to the carpet. If he doesn't do something about this mental health crisis in this state, we need to start opening state hospitals back up again and getting these people help that they need, not trapped at Washington Hospital. And they said they'd have no bed. I'm going after Washington Hospital on this too, Bill, because there's plenty of blame. Plenty of blame. All right. Washington Hospital should be blamed for this. They should be ashamed of themselves, because what they should have done was said, okay, we'll get a room for this kid. I know we can't handle him. Okay, I get it. But at least give him something.
Yeah.
Not have him hanging out in an emergency room. That's the part that's got me flustered on this. Bill, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, that brings me back to my hospital stay. When I went to go check out and get my EKG done, okay, there was people lined up on hospital beds in the hallway at UPMC.
Wow.
That's how overflooded the hospital was for UPMC. I kid you not, I never seen that before in my life. So
well, I dodged a bullet because I got there Friday morning when I had to go for my accident.
Yeah.
And I got a room right away. Okay. But when I came out and they took me to go to my room at Montefiore, when they moved me over to Montefiore,
mm-hmm.
there was at least 10 beds sitting with people in them sitting out in the hallway. And
in the hallway. Yeah. In the hallway
at the ER. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about the hallway inside the ER department.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. That's what I'm talking
about. Sat out there for hours at one time. I did that. I've done that.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I mean, it was, I never seen that. I was like, wow, you guys are overflooded, always understaffed. And I said, I get that, but my gosh, especially now this kid with the mental situation, and they're sitting out there that, they're not equipped to handle that right there. Especially, I see it's wide open.
The only place that could handle him was a place in Philly. Yeah. They had to shift him all the way to Philly because nobody had no place to handle this kid.
What I'm saying, 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
A mental patient for 5 days.
Sitting in an ER.
What the hell? That's baffling so much.
They could have called the police department or something and said, can you help us here? Well, apparently they found a group home for him, put him in the group home. And then the mother went home. I guess they live in Washington, PA, I suppose. Okay. Yeah. She went home. They put him in this group home, and he went ballistic and started carrying on. So she had to get him out of there. And then when she got him out of the group home, now the only bed they got's in Philly. And today they were bringing an ambulance, or either bringing one or Washington Hospital, or somebody was taking him out there.
That's something else, man. I mean, that's baffling. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of emergencies that come through the ER, but take the emergency that needs to be taken care of. I mean, there's a lot of patients with a lot of things coming through the ER. But
well, let me ask you this: what do you think Monroeville's hospital would have looked like if McKeesport Hospital was closed? Because they were talking about UPMC bill was talking about closing down McKeesport Hospital and moving everybody up there and using that as a Western Psych Overflow hospital.
They didn't have enough room for anything. They didn't have enough room for nobody up there. So if that would have happened, I probably would have been up there still.
No, you would have been out in the parking lot.
I might have.
Yeah.
I might have. I might catch with somebody. The thing is that's crazy stuff. And it's been a while since I've been in the hospital. And I'm going through the hallways, and they're pushing me through the hallways on a bed, going through my next test. I looked over there. I says, man, why don't we stop and order some pizza? They might be hungry. It was badly overflowed, people. Badly overflowed.
And can you just imagine, because that was in the cards. When they built that hospital up there, that was in the cards, Bill. They were going to shut McKeesport Hospital down because of lack of, I guess, patience or whatever. And now I'm hearing now that they're lucky. UPMC got lucky, kept their fingers crossed and got lucky, kept that hospital open because I'm going to tell you what. Yeah.
They're really neat. That
Yeah.
can go on for days here, brother.
See, Braddock Hospital was the mental overflow.
Okay.
And then now I heard they had to put the mental people back. They had to put the mental unit back in Mercy. They took it out of Mercy, and they were supposed to put it over in that new building. And I guess they put it over in the new building over there. I forget what that's called. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but
That's a lot.
it's a mess here. It really is. This is disgusting. They need to reopen these state hospitals. Somebody needs to do something, and they have done nothing. And you know.
Well, see, here's the problem with that, brother. They need to reopen the state hospitals that were closed for many years. But here's the thing. Now you're going to have a lot of things happening in there. Mold. You're going to have a lot of decay.
Well, it's not that. They've already torn all of them down. Woodville State Hospital was torn down. That's now called the Woodville Estates. It's apartments.
Oh,
Mayview
wow.
State Hospital is now called the Mayview Estates.
Oh, wow. Maybe.
They're all apartment complexes now, all with brand new buildings, all charging $4,000 a month.
Where do you live at? I live at Mayview Estates. Yes, I do. And they don't have a rubber room for me, but that's where I live. Mayview Estates. Right. It's sad. It really is sad. I mean, wake up a little bit, people. More than enough. Not a little bit more. More than enough. Wake up, man. That's a lot. I mean, the overflows that I seen, and with this kid here, and he had a condition, man, oh man.
And I've been involved in that, Bill. And that was even before COVID. I went to the hospital a few times, and I was out in the hallway there at Presby's ER because they didn't have no rooms. And then on top of all that, when I got there Friday morning, it was late in the afternoon. I think it was about maybe 4 or 5. They finally got me a room over at Montefiore, and they took me up, and there was at least 10 beds in the hallway.
I remember that conversation with you. You were still in between waiting to get a room and stuff. Yeah. It's dangerous on many levels. I mean, everybody's short staffed. We get it, but my gosh, there got to be something done.
And we had this discussion, about a week or so ago when I told you about what the nurses told me.
Oh,
that they're being treated like dogs now.
Yes.
They were heroes during COVID. The one nurse told me she would go home and take a shower and her phone would be off the hook. They wanted her to come back. There were people living at Montefiore Hospital, nurses living there. They had rooms, actually rooms closed off just for staff to sleep there because they couldn't go home. One woman was on the news. She said she didn't see her family for 3 months because she had to stay at the hospital and work. Made money, but couldn't see her family. Had to sleep at the hospital, literally. Okay.
Well, I told those people at the hospital, I said, you guys are my true heroes. You guys go above and beyond what the hell needs to be done. You guys. And because you're short-staffed, this is what, brings in the problems. Because everybody's so short damn staffed. They're paying people 30, 40 bucks an hour now for nurses or whatever. This is what I'm saying, brother. That's a lot. It's a lot.
All right, we got, let me see what else we got going on here. All right, Newcastle Area High School. I want to compliment them tonight. And the reason for that is because they have their own police department at Newcastle Area High School, junior and senior high school. They have hired a new police force. They have metal detectors, and they have armed officers walking around the school, both schools. Okay? They have their own police department. I hope that this is a model for other schools in Western Pennsylvania to do this. Okay? Not the progressive people we have with Pittsburgh Public Schools. All right? No, we can't do that. We got to put them in a program. Nah. Can't put them in detention. Yeah.
I hope so too, because
I don't want to talk about Pittsburgh Public Schools. Nope. It makes me sick. I don't even want to talk about them. Yeah.
That's a big, big thing that they're going through right now, and hopefully.
But Newcastle Area High School, they got wise. Catholic schools. Wendell Histrick, the former Pittsburgh public safety director under Billy P. Peduto, He is now the public safety director for all Western Pennsylvania for the Western Pennsylvania Catholic Diocese, and now he has armed officers in the schools, and they approved of this. The board of directors approved of this. Okay, so he's not taking no jive either, and I don't blame him. And they got a good guy there in Wendell Histrick. He's really good. He was good when he was public safety director here compared to the guy we got now, and I'm not going to go there either.
Got you.
We don't have enough time tonight, and I don't feel like talking about it anymore.
Never, brother. We would never have enough time on here.
Yeah, you know that. I want to talk a little bit tonight. We're going to we're going to go to a break real quick here. I got to pay some bills, and then we got when we come back, we're going to talk about that nurse. She was just convicted of that nursing home nurse, the one that was in the nursing homes making patients die, and she was just convicted. And wait till you hear what her lawyer had to say when we come back. So we'll be back right after these words.
Pay some bills, brother.
Yep.
Ralph Williams here today to let you know that I am handicapped. I'm in a wheelchair, and I will not deny it. But I've had some recent inconveniences lately. So you know what I did? I went out and I reached out to foldandtravelmobility.com. You know, foldandtravelmobility.com has some of the best folding power wheelchairs. Look, do you not go to certain events because you can't get there or you can't make it because you need a folding power wheelchair to put in your vehicle? Well, guess what? foldandtravelmobility.com has the right model for you. Get in touch with them today. foldandtravelmobility.com. Get on the phone, 1-877-GOTFOLD, foldandtravelmobility.com, 1-877-GOTFOLD. Let the experts help you get into a folding power wheelchair. Don't be sad. Be glad. Let your life get back in order. foldandtravelmobility.com. Hello, Ralph Williams here to talk to you today about Sleep Pittsburgh 8th Avenue Homestead for the best selection of affordable mattresses, day beds, lift chairs, futons, and more. Check out sleeppittsburgh.com for their inventory or call 412-462-7858. They also offer no credit check financing and a whole lot more. Sleep Pittsburgh for the best sleep tonight. Ralph Williams here for sponsorship advertising with RW Media Productions. You get Sports Corner Radio Show on Beaver County Radio. You also get 8 podcasts. Call today for the best affordable rates in advertising at 412-545-4317 or ralphwilliams737@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Sponsorship advertising with RW Media Productions.
Okay, we're back here at the way we see it there. Bill's blacked out there. I see a black space.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, there you go. There he is.
Got to get back on here with you guys.
Yep.
Let me see.
So
there we are. Sorry about that.
That's all right. So that woman, the one who went around all these nursing homes all across Western Pennsylvania, Butler, and Beaver, and all over the place, that killed those people, those patients, okay? Psycho nurse. She got convicted yesterday. They gave her she pled guilty. I think she got 20 years, okay? Pat Tomasi was her lawyer. And he was on the news today talking about how she's mentally insane and that there needs to be more mental people. Or no, wait. He was on because he has a client who, for the last 7 years, was out because she was supposedly mentally insane. So they had her at Torrance State Hospital, and they bring her into Pittsburgh for hearings every month to talk to a judge, I guess, to continue her program or whatever she's involved in. The Tomasi, she killed her husband or did something, killed somebody, and she got insane. He did come out and admit, and we talked earlier about how the mental state of people is, causing and lack of mental institutions. This is another prime example right here of that there's not enough of anything to help these people with their mental. But that lady that killed all those people, she got convicted, and I'm glad. I mean, I'm happy that she got convicted, but I blame the nursing homes for this because
Yeah.
they were so desperate for help that they didn't do a background check on this woman.
Exactly.
And they ended up, and then come to find out that she was using alias names at all these places too. So, I mean, how in the world do you drop the ball like this? And this is the desperado. Now Marion Manor Nursing up in Green Tree's closing up. Okay. Vincentian's closed up Villa de Merrick up in Stanton Heights. They said they didn't have enough help. And they couldn't, they didn't have enough help, so they had to shut it down. Now they're shutting down Marion Manor now. So up in Green Tree because they claim they don't have enough help. And they're $10 million in a hole. So my question here is this going to be a continuation of this stuff with nursing homes? And number two, are these nursing homes so damn desperate that they're not checking these people out thoroughly enough to where they're killing people? And now again, the reason why they're in a hole, some of these nursing homes, is because of lawsuits. Okay, so this all boils down to that. Bill, your thoughts on this?
Exactly the same as yours. If they were that desperate and they didn't do background checks, they are all at fault. That's the very first thing that they would do is a background check on a nurse, because you're around the public. You're around people that need your care, your help. That's what they do. They do that. If they didn't do that and they hired some psycho, which it sounds like it is, this is what happens. This is what, and it's scary. It is scary.
Right.
Now all of a sudden they got psychos running around there playing around with people, medications, and killing people.
Well, here's a good one. There was a in Western Pennsylvania here. I forget what town it's in. Guy was a police chief. He retired. He stepped down. Decided to go take a job working in a youth home. Okay, and him and some of the workers there decided to have sex with some of the female patients there or whatever. So now he is being convicted or supposedly in trouble. This guy. So I mean, again, a trust factor.
It's broken.
And if I'm anybody here that's watching this program today, you need to do your homework before you decide to do something with your. I know it's hard to take care of elderly people, and you got to put them into a nursing home. I get it, but you better be careful about. You better make sure it's a reputable one. You better make sure it's one that don't change names every week. You better make sure that it's clear in there, because my first wife was in a nursing home, and let me tell you, it was disgusting.
Yep, I remember.
Okay.
I remember
I told you the stories about that place. And then they had the audacity that when I wanted to send my first wife's funeral flowers up to the floor, they wouldn't let the floors take them up. They wouldn't let the floors take them up.
Usually drop them off at the nurse's desk.
Yeah, they wouldn't let the floor. They wouldn't let it happen. They hated me so bad that this is what they did. Okay, they hated me. Because you know why? I was always arguing with administration. Why? Because I was always challenging nurses who weren't doing their job. Why? Because nurses on the floor my wife was on didn't answer the phone. I went to the local pizza joint, go get a pizza, right? To take home with me. I go there and the phone rings. And it was the floor where the nurses ordering pizza from the floor where my wife was at, right? And get this now, okay? They said they hate that floor, because it's no answer 6, they call it. That was the 6th floor, no answer 6. When their drivers go there, they don't answer the phone, and they won't let them take the food up, so that the nurses have to come down to get it, and they can't get a hold of the nurses unit. And then when I would walk by there to go see my wife, the phone would ring, nobody would answer it. No answer 6. So, that's pretty bad when you go to a pizza shop and they say no answer 6.
Yeah. It's very very sad.
It is.
And again, pointing back to this nurse, going in there and hiring these people who don't have no background checks, and then when they do get people that are on there, they don't have enough help.
Right.
So it's scary. It's scary. But before we go on, I just want to lift up the O'Connor family in prayer.
Judy O'Connor, Corey's mom.
The former mayor of Pittsburgh many years ago. who passed away, Bob O'Connor. His wife just died. And I would just like to say to the O'Connor family, our deepest sympathies and our condolences. And
Yeah, and
we
also
love you
to
guys.
our church member Monty Wilkerson, who
Monty
passed away today. Another sister in Christ, our
Yes.
brother in Christ, Del Prince, passed away about a week or two ago.
Yes.
So I mean, so now a sister in Christ passes away, and Monty was a very good singer in the choir. She said she was a great singer. She sang a lot of solos.
Right next
And,
to Angela.
yeah, right next to your aunt. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. So
Yeah, very
the
nice.
O'Connor
Always
family.
said hello to everybody. You know.
Yep.
You
So
know.
the
So
O'Connor family, we are sad
yeah,
to hear
likewise.
about you,
Yes.
and our condolences and our sympathies go out to you, and we love you guys.
All right. All right. We're getting ready to close up here, Bill. Your final thoughts on tonight's show. You have anything you want to add? What's
Well-
going on out there in the driving world?
Well, the driving world, I haven't really been on the road that much this past couple of weeks or this past week. So, and it seems like maybe people might be getting an answer. They actually drove kind of respectfully. So we're just going to leave it at that. But this week coming up, guys, just be safe. Watch yourselves out there. And if you have to go to a hospital, man, just hope that you get a room real quick because what I seen, wow.
And what I saw, and
Yeah,
what
and
I
what-
heard,
Yes,
what I
exactly.
saw and heard was
Exactly.
sad.
So,
It's really sad.
you guys have a safe week. Always have a safe week. And until next week, we will catch you next week, at the same time,
Yes.
same channel.
Same channel, yeah.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what's going to happen this week and what we'll have to offer next week. Don't forget tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. Beaver County Radio, Sports Corner Radio Show. Me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Ryan Karazunas behind the controls. Our guest tomorrow, Matt Bensel, talk about the Penguins who just fired assistant coach Tom Reardon 2 days ago. And also, we're going to talk about the Pirates a little bit. Paul Skeens coming up, or is he staying down? Or is he going to be cleaning toilets? Or what's he going to be doing, Paul Skeens? And then I have Artie Source from the Galaxy Sports Network coming on. We're going to talk about the NFL draft and some other things in national sports. And then at 5:30, here's the big one. I have Daniel Polinsky in the studio with me for our 5:30 wrestling segment. He is the father of WWE announcer Corey Graves.
Got you.
So I will have him on. I'm sorry, what's that?
It's going to be a good show, guys. Hey, tell the boys I said hello.
Always a good show.
Tell the boys I said hello.
I will do so. By the way, I forgot to tell you when I was at the draft party a few weeks back, they said hello back. So
Thank you, guys.
Claudio,
Thank
Luther, and Smoking Jim. We were all there. I think I sent you. I don't know if I sent you the picture or not. We were all there. So,
Gotcha. I'll take a look. Sure.
Yeah, I'll send you the picture today.
You guys have a good week out there. And remember,
We'll talk later about some other stuff with building.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to talk about it on the air here. Oh, and by the way, check your post office.
What's going on there?
What post office do you use?
The little one over here. Feels like Mayberry over here. It's a very small.
Do you use Westmoreland Cities?
Yes.
Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to. A car went through there today. Plowed right into the post office. It's shut down. You have to go to another post office.
No kidding.
Yep.
It must have been the main post office because this one over here is still good. But if it's the main post office,
Westmoreland City,
where they get the mail from,
yeah.
Oh boy, and wonder why they get no mail today.
Yeah, that's probably why. Because
I checked my mailbox, and that's across the street from the house.
Yeah.
No mail.
Yeah. So I just want to let you know that Westmoreland City post office is closed because some car went through, and they don't know when it's going to reopen.
Oh my
Damaged
gosh!
it real bad. So
I'm gonna definitely have to find out from the post office up here. Then thanks for that.
Hey, there was another crash out on Babcock Boulevard. Somebody went through a business out there, a body shop and a tow truck company right out on Babcock Boulevard there.
Okay,
Somebody went through that business too. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's people sleeping at the wheel. I don't know if it's people having medical episodes or whatever. Who knows?
I don't know, brother. But yeah, you guys have a safe week out there, man. Billy,
have a good one, everybody. Thank you for Billy Canatta. I'm Ralph Williams. Until next Monday, have a great one. Thank you.
Take care, guys.